what is the point about creating AI tools when anyone can just make it themselves using ChatGPT? You look inside most AI tools, what you've basically got is some inputs, that's some information that the user is going to put in, a process, that is the set of prompts through which it goes, and an output, some kind of written or text or video output that is given to the user. The real magic is what happens during that process. What do the prompts do to that information to turn it into that output? Once you realize this, you might be thinking, well, why do I need to buy any AI tools? Why should I be paying a subscription for a certain tool when I can just kind of do it myself using Claude or ChatGPT? This is a valid question, and you can actually reverse engineer a lot of the tools that are on the market so you can do them yourselves in ChatGPT. So why the hell should you build an AI tool if anybody can just reverse engineer it and do it themselves using a normal AI? You'll often see the word wrapper being used derogatively about these kind of tools. They're just basically some code around a ChatGPT prompt, and that's kind of it. Here's the thing though, most people out there in the market are not going to go through the time and expense to work this out themselves. And even if they know that they can rewrite the prompts and do it themselves, they're not gonna. And the people who are going to do that are never going to be your customers in the first place. When you build an AI tool, you're creating it for a market who doesn't want to fiddle around doing this kind of stuff. They can't come up with the initial idea of what the tool is, and then even when they know what the idea is, they can't be bothered to spend the time writing out the prompts, testing it, making sure that it gives good results every time. They're also willing to pay for a nice interface, which is what you're going to give them with an AI tool. This is why a lot of these so-called AI wrappers do very well and they make good money. Because the majority of the marketplace out there are not going to fiddle around and do this themselves. They're going to pay for the ease and simplicity. So whilst you and I might look at an AI wrapper tool and think, well, I can do that myself, I don't need to pay for it, most people, 80-90%, will not have that reaction. However, there is a caveat here. There's not much of a moat around these tools because there's nothing you're doing in there that's really proprietary. Somebody can rewrite your prompts and maybe even do it better than you have. This means that it's more difficult to protect a business that is built on an AI wrapper. If people see that you're making several $1,000s a month from what is basically a few ChatGPT prompts, they are going to enter the market and do the same thing themselves. And because it's so easy to replicate these tools, then the market's going to get flooded. This means that starting to make money with a tool like this is relatively easy, but maintaining that and making it sustainable is difficult. What you need to do, therefore, is invest in marketing and brand and distribution. That is what the new entrants are not going to have. They could even have a better tool than you. It doesn't matter if you own the distribution. But the problem is if you go to any of these AI tool directories, you'll see hundreds of tools that do basically the same thing, but none of them have bothered to build any marketing or any distribution, and they flounder. So if you are going to build an AI tool, then you need to build both the tool itself and your marketing at the same time. You need to build a business, not just the tool.